I am trying a new setup right now. You may not know this, but I got a new camera and I'm trying to just sort everything out. Hopefully it's okay. Sometimes it films in like slow-mo and then I can't get the audio, so hopefully it doesn't happen here. But anyway, hi, hello, my name is Vash Harry. This is the Harry Knit. We do a lot of knitting, crafting content, and I haven't done a podcast in a while. I will admit to that. I will concede. And that's probably because I didn't think I knitted enough for the past 2 months where I wanted to show you any of the progress that I've made. And also, life got really busy. I always say that life gets so busy, but in March, I was in Singapore. I made a yarn haul about when I went to Singapore for the Eras tour. It was amazing, by the way. And I bought some yarn from Singapore. And then I think 2 weeks later, I went to KL with my mom and my grandma to do a little bit of Raya shopping. It was also Ramadan. Ramadan is a very busy time for us, which is so ironic because you're fasting for an entire month. You don't eat. You wake up at 3:30 in the morning and you just have a good time even though you're not eating or drinking any water. It's Hari Raya now though, and I do want to say Selamat Hari Raya to those who celebrate, and even if you don't, it's a very festive time right now. I would usually be wearing Hari Raya clothes, but I'm recording this on like a work day, so it's fine. Today, I do have some pieces I want to talk about, some whips, no yarn acquisitions because I've been very good these past 2 months, have not purchased any yarn, which I would say is a net positive overall because I am going to save my money to buy it sometime in July. And I'll tell you that when the time comes for July, and I'm really excited about that. Life has been very good lately, even if it has been very busy. I am getting married very soon, and that means that my schedule has been all over the place. I haven't really found the time to sit down and film videos until recently, which is why I'm here to just sit down and just chat with you and maybe talk about some projects that we have in mind. I realized very quickly this year that I like knitting when I am not doing anything. When I'm watching TV, yes. So I need to take some time for myself to really carve space to knit, because when I was knitting a lot in 2022, I was also sitting down a lot, watching a lot of TV, and I wasn't going out because I couldn't drive. I couldn't do a lot of work. Now that I can drive and that I'm spending a lot of my days out and about, I don't really have the mind space to pick up needles. So I really want to be more intentional with when I'm knitting and what I'm knitting as well, which is why I think I've taken a step back from knitting patterns from other people, and I wanted to focus a lot on patterns that I want to make as a knitwear designer, because that is a new foray that I'm trying to get into. That's not to say that I don't get inspiration or that I don't follow really amazing knitwear designers, because I still love them and I still love making YouTube videos supporting knitwear designers. I think it's just for my own personal knitting. I want to kind of focus on what I like, as well as trying to shape myself into becoming a better designer for you. All tangent aside, that means a lot of this video is about my projects over the past 2-3 months for the Harry Knit. And we'll start with the FOs first, because we usually do that. And the first FO that I want to show you is the most recently released Rehat sweater. Ta-da! I wore this in the last video. This is the Rehat sweater size 1 using Hobby Divina in the shade number 1 white. And I realized in hindsight, maybe I should not have shot this against a white background because it's really hard to see sometimes. I filmed the tutorial. It took me about a month to film it, even though a sweater like this would probably take me about 2-3 days if I wasn't filming it. Mostly because I was in and out traveling a lot and I just kept forgetting to film. But this is the project. I like it better slightly more than my Noro Kureyon sample 2, just because I think the white is a lot more versatile for me and the clothes that I wear on a daily basis. This is a size 1, so it's about 42 inches bust circumference, and on my body shape, I think that's about 7 to 8 inches of positive ease. I made this for my sister Aisha, who was modeling it for me. She really likes it. She's probably going to steal this one of these days, but I did enjoy it. This features I-cord edging on the sleeves here, and then we also have some crochet single edge stitches at the bottom and the hemline and the neck as well. I was thinking about it because I got inspired by lots of those sweaters that I've been seeing on Etsy and on Pinterest, because I saw that they were getting really popular, these kind of unconstructions, these unconstructed, very messy designs, and I thought they looked really, really cool, but I didn't quite like the rolled hem of it, and I thought that if you use fingering yarn, it might be too sheer for me personally. So a part of me was thinking, why not I make a sweater with Aran weight yarn and then just use larger needles. And this was my first sweater pattern, and I'm really excited about that. I think if you still use the code Rehat10, it should still be available, so you can get it 10% off from Ravelry and Ko-fi. Links are here if you want to check it out. I do love this sweater. It is very good for beginners, and it has everything that I want in a sweater. It's top down, it is a drop shoulder. I like the boxiness of a drop shoulder. I feel like I'm in the minority when it comes to sweaters, because I see a lot of raglan designs, I see a lot of set-in sleeves, and I think in the future I want to include that in patterns. But for me personally, I like the look of a drop shoulder. I like the boxy cut. I think it looks really fun. It looks really interesting, and I think there's a lot to play with textures and design elements. So I really like a shoulder or like a sleeve like that. And it's also really simple, which I really like. I do want to start doing short row shapings on my sweaters. I think that's really important. Like the idea of a drop shoulder. I said that before, but I'll say it again. I just think it looks really, really cool. And it feels like something that you can buy in a store. Not necessarily for a lot of money, I'll say that, but it's something that I personally really, really like in a sweater. And plus, it is handmade. I have gotten so much love from a lot of people for the Rehat sweater, and I want to say thank you so much. It was just a blast making it, though I will say that because I was so busy the past 2 months, I kind of kept it on the back burner while I was focusing on some other projects in my personal life. But now that it's finally out and I can focus on a lot more other stuff, which I'm really thankful for. I like the idea of sweaters that I can wear, especially in this climate. I need to wear something that is light, sheer, or something that won't make me sweat. And the assumption is wool will make you sweat, which is very true, especially if you live in weather that feels like it's 40 degrees all the time. That's a very fair statement. So I tend to only wear the sweaters when I'm going to be in an air-conditioned room, or I know that I'll be traveling soon, which I am, to a cold climate. I'll give you a clue. I am going somewhere that's winter in July. So make of that what you will. If you get it correct, I will give you a really big kiss online. But yeah, I'm really excited to make more sweaters. I was looking through my Instagram and I said that the Mala sweater was going to have a tester call soon, and that was in January, and I am nowhere near done with the tester call for that. And it's already like April coming to May, so I don't know whether it'll be ready. It is ready. I've got the grading pattern and I've got everything sorted for that. But I feel like it'd be terrible of me to call out for a sweater pattern in the middle of spring, summer. So I feel like I'm going to have to wait until maybe August before I can do a test call for that. So that's just on the back burner. I think I mentioned it in a video back in January, December. But speaking of summer, I know it is heading into spring, summer right now in the northern hemisphere, in the US and the UK. So I got kind of intrigued about that. And the second FO I made was something that I wanted to wear in the summertime. This is the Matahari Tank. Matahari means sun in Bahasa Melayu. So I wanted something that you could wear in the sun. And it's this beautiful, like hot pink color. It's Abbey Road's Kung Fu cotton, this one right here. I think I got it at Spotlight when I was in Malaysia. I think it's much softer than some Lily's Sugar and Cream. However, I don't really like how the yarn is twisted. It twists in a way that I feel like it can get loose very, very easily. For example, this is like, I did a crochet edge for this. Here you could see, I don't know if you can see it closely, but you can see that it's not very, since I've pulled it apart. And so I feel like it catches on my needles and sometimes pulls it. So I have to stop my project or stop knitting, and I have to kind of finesse it back into the position it was. I like this yarn in theory because it is 100% cotton and it is very soft, but the way that it moves on my needles, I don't know if I like it very much. The top itself uses crochet edging like on the armholes here. It has a bit of armhole shaping, and on the neckline as well. And then we also have a folded hem at the bottom. This is slightly more cropped than I intended because I was too lazy to add another ball of yarn, knowing it was definitely going to be a very, that's the word I'm looking for. It was not going to like use up that much yarn. And I just didn't want to waste one ball, which is my bad because I should have just made this longer. And I think this is negative ease. I haven't blocked it yet, even though it has been fresh off my needles for the past 2 months. I do need to block it today. I also think, I don't know, I feel like I made the armhole shaping a little bit too tight, so I want to revisit it and try again. I like it. I might make a tester call, I might not. It is an idea that I have. One thing though that I've come to realize is I like making sleeveless things like vests and tank tops that I can wear at home, but I don't necessarily like taking photos of myself like that, showing my armpits, personal preference. So I'm probably going to ask like a friend of mine who's a similar size to me to probably wear this and model for me if she's comfortable with it. Or I just get a mannequin. And I think I have like a spare mannequin at home that's my mom's that I could probably use. It didn't take me very long to knit this. Actually, that's a lie. Because I tried doing it for Drops Bummel Lynn, and then I tried Drops Paris, and neither of them came out the way I wanted. Something to do with the stitches. It wasn't what it said on the pattern, and I was getting, or like in the gauge, and it was really annoying to me. So I thought I'd switch, redo the whole thing, and try it with this yarn, and this turned out very well. I have a second yarn-ish that I got from Spotlight that's a similar gauge and material-wise to this, or fiber-wise to this. So I'm probably going to make a second version that I can wear for myself that I think might be a little bit easier. I also think this is very customizable, so I'll maybe make this into a modular dress as well. But that's going to be a lot of brain work for me because I want to include short rows and being able to focus on waist shaping, butt shaping, so it's actually a little bit more customizable for the person. It takes a while when it comes to short rows because I am still trying to, I know it in theory, but trying to apply it to 9 different sizes admittedly is a bit confusing. I wish there was like class or course or workshop where I can do it, and I'm researching. I'm trying to find them because I want to be a better knitter. I want to be a better designer specifically for patterns. That's going to take a while for this top. I might just release it as it is and then work on it in the future. We shall see. We shall see on that. Those are the 2 that I finished over the past 2 months, and I didn't think that was enough to film a video about, obviously. But then last week I got really inspired to make bandanas again. 2 years ago I made a few bandanas that were just straight stockinette stitch, and I did not like how they looked. I thought they looked okay, but I thought I could make them better. And what I realized is I wanted to incorporate lace work. So that's one of the bandanas that I'm using right now. This is the 3rd FO and probably the first one of this month, to be honest. This is what I'm going to call the Cuti Bandana. I'm going to take it off right now for you. This is what it looks like. It's a really simple lacework bandana. I think it's so cute. And I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's like yellow and orange and blue. It's all the colors that I really love. and I wanted a bandana that incorporated lace work. And I'm gonna put this on really back because the outfit does not look good without some accessories. I wanted a bandana I could wear out and about, especially if I'm doing errands, but then my hair looks like a complete mess. And so I made this bandana, designed it really quickly, and then I just started knitting it for like 2 days while I was watching Fallout. Great show, by the way. It's really good. I decided to use Kat's My Sun and Clouds. I've had this yarn for, I want to say about 2 years now, and I never knew what I wanted to make with it. Initially, I remember I wanted to make like a ribbed tank top with this, but then it just didn't work out like 2 years ago. And then I took that project off the needles, and then I was just looking through my stash because I still need to clean it up. And so I got the idea of making a lace bandana because I wanted to start getting back into lace work. But I didn't want to go into full-blown like garment because I felt like it would take too long, and I just wanted to get my fingers back into a different kind of project. So I made a bandana. This is the Cuti Bandana, as I said. I really love it. I think it's absolutely so cute, especially with all the varying colors. And because of the holy work, Holey, holy work. But then I got really obsessed, and then I started making more bandanas, and I made a second version, and this one has diamonds. This one's also from Kat, which is a local yarn seller here in Brunei, but I don't know if they still sell yarn. And this one has diamonds on it, and it's so pretty. This is in the shade Charlie St. Cloud. These are both DK weight yarn, so they actually finish up quite fast. This one here is size 2, and honestly, it is a great scrap yarn project. I just blocked it. It looks so nice. And I also left it with some crochet chain ties. But I am planning on releasing them as patterns, probably in 3 sizes. Size 1, 2, 3. So if this is a size 2, I probably would say a large would be a size 3. And then I'm also gonna kind of give the options of doing I-cords in the pattern because I know that I-cord looks a little bit cleaner. That being said, I think this is cute too, just on its own. It looks really nice. I think that's the idea that I'm gonna do. And then I also made one other version here, but still on the needles. So this is the 3rd edition. And this one has like an eyelet design compared to the other ones, which is like diamonds and holes. This one's a bit more, it takes up a little bit more yarn. And you can't see the design yet because I haven't blocked it. This one I'm probably gonna knit it in a size large. This is Loop Me Yarns, I think in the color Firefly, and it's also DK weight yarn. I love the colors. It's like a orange, like a bright orange, I want to say, with some yellow flecks on it, and I think it looks really, really pretty. I think all 3 yarns, it's 100% cotton, which is great to make for accessories, especially something like a bandana. So I have just finished 3 different bandanas. I'm probably going to call for testers for at least these bandanas soon. If it's already out, I will leave a link here so you could see it, so you could sign up wherever the link is. And I think it's a very quick project. It only took me about 2 days to finish. I just started this yesterday and I'm already more than halfway through. I'm getting into this really big cycle that I've noticed where I get really obsessed with making so many things, and then I go through a period where I just don't want to make things, or like I'm too tired to make things, which is absolutely terrible. I need to be more consistent with things. I feel like I just need to find the time to sit down, be more consistent with my work and my projects that I really, really want to do. Because the bandanas I've been wanting to release for the past 2 years, and then I never released them, and now I'm finally getting back into it, and I'm just working on different variations and ideas of it. Hopefully they'll be released sometime in the summer, so maybe around June, and I think that'd be really exciting. I really want that to happen. I also just like bandanas. I like accessories. If I could DIY some like earrings made out of yarn or knitted hearts. I think that'd be so cute as accessories. And I know there's some patterns on Ravelry about that. I have to check that out. I've made 3 bandanas in the span of 1 week. We're getting this one tech edited, and I've already done all the grading for all 3. I just need to make sure that they look nice and take some nice photos. I also want to take more photos of my whips. I am really bad at that. I need to start taking more photos of my whips, because sometimes I only take photos of the finished object, and I'm like, where's the process? Where is the needles, you know? I think I need to do that. But that's just a little tangent that I'm going with. That's just something that I've been thinking about lately, is the fact that like I don't take a lot of photos of my projects or like the yarn that I've acquired, because I've realized that if you don't make me use social media, I won't use social media, which is ironic as somebody who occasionally works with social media as her job. But yeah, I think I really need to start focusing on getting some marketing and social media going, because I feel like that's important. And one of the things that I really love about having a knitting Instagram specifically is the fact that I can just watch people's and get inspired for their designs or the patterns that they're using, and just enjoying it, really. That's why I made a knitting YouTube channel, was because I really enjoyed knitting and I wanted a community that liked knitting, which was really hard to find in a very small country like this. That is a tangent. I have one more whip that I want to show you, because I would consider this a whip. Another whip that I have, which admittedly should not have been a whip for as long as it is the Anya dress that I am still to this day trying to finish. I think I started this sometime in February and it's nowhere near done. This is the Anya dress. You can see the pattern forming. So the top is done. I just need to work on the skirt portion. And it's for my fiance's niece. It was supposedly for her birthday, but her birthday's last month. This is just gonna be a very late present for her. This uses Motivera 60% cotton, 40% acrylic, shadow 8-ply. I think this is from Australia. We got it in Spotlight. It uses 4mm needles, 22 stitches by 30 rows. I don't know why, whenever I'm making a project for somebody, whether it's my partner or somebody else, I always want to make them something, but it takes way longer than I initially thought. So I made my partner socks like 2 years ago, and it was supposed to be for Valentine's Day. It took me like 2 months to finish that. And this dress is the same thing. Love her to bits. She's so cute. I'm taking it very slow when it comes to making her a dress. But I hope that she can fit this. I mean, she's a very small girl, so this could probably fit her very well. And I love the lace design. I think it's really, really pretty. And the color itself, he chose it. Looks really nice, especially for a girly girl like her, at least. And I have not much to say about this. I like the lace pattern. It was a bit confusing at first, but you know, you get the hang of it once you get started. We need to start working on the skirt because it's a bit more to go. There's a lot to go through for this skirt. Hopefully that is all. I want to finish this hopefully by the end of this month. Can I finish it the end of this month? Probably not, because it's about a week and I don't think I can finish this in a week. Maybe in the next 2-3 weeks I can try finishing it, at least by the end of May. But we shall see. We shall see. I think those are the projects I want to show you right now. I don't have any yarn acquisitions. As I said before, I'm gonna save up for my yarn acquisitions for middle of this month because I'm going on a special trip. It's just called my honeymoon. And the clue is we're going somewhere that's winter in July. And if you know where it is, you can leave it in the comments down below. I think it'd be really fun to test your knowledge on geography. But yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what projects you're itching to try. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll see you next week. Bye!